Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cup Football once again here, a week on from last match against the Darwin Hearts and Azuri United in that 3-0 win to the underdog. It is another cup contest this evening, and perhaps another one of those David versus Goliath situations in Mindelaces Football Club and Garuda FC. Of course, Garuda FC, the home side this evening. They are the newcomers to the Men's Premier League and also looking to take another cup scalp under their belts as well. Of course, famously 2 seasons prior, they knocked out the heavyweights in Darwin Olympic Sporting Club in a comeback from behind victory 2-1. Of course, that was when the club was playing in that reserve level, and now they are a fully fledged Men's Premier League outfit. Mindelaces, they have been to the Summit of Australia Cup here in the NT. They have represented the Northern Territory in the round of 32 in season 2022, of course, coming up against Melbourne's finest in Avondale, when the Southerners made the trip to the top end and played against this Mindelaces outfit. So, an intriguing contest, that's for sure. Both teams have played one round of the Men's Premier League. Mindelaces drawing 1-1 with Hellenic Athletic Club, and Garuda FC did suffer a bit of a heavy defeat in the hands of Azuri United 7-0. So, kick-off moments away. 7:15 local time here in the Territory. And kick-off gets underway. Aquara to Burgess, now Clifford Maynard. Out wide to the returning Nicholas Conzionis. Aquara bounces one back here to James Carr. Conzionis trying to effectively get it out of defence, but that's Nyasha going back towards goal. Aquara's got pace. He might bounce away here. Guerrero needs to slide out, and he slid out well and neutralised that threat and takes it into his clutches. Short comes across to Peter Raditis. Out of defence. He'll play it here to McGrath. Back to Guerrero. A little bit of a tricky situation, but he works his way out of a tight spot. Now, Ronnie Aragon Jr. looking forward for Jock. Lewis Jones away. Aragon Jr. brings it down. Trying to get away from Wallace. Camero. He's brushed aside, and Wallace, now Burgess, the creative playmaker from distance, fancying a shot there, or maybe look like a cross across for Wallace, but nonetheless, it's been brought into the hands of Jordan Guerrero. And so, fast start. Only just a minute gone here, and Mindel already asserting their forward dominance. It's given away there by Aragon Jr. Now, Charles Eriku trying to run in behind. He has done past a couple. Still Eriku bouncing. Oh, and that shot narrowly over the bar. Just shows you that hunger in there by the Aces, the away side, wearing their hot pink outfit there. Certainly a favourite amongst the supporters. Breaking away from that traditional yellow and black stripes as Garuda come out of defence here. Raditis trying to get to McGrath, but they've been picked apart again. Here is Callum Kerr inside here for Eriku. And no, that's Aquara, and it's driven wide. Uche Aquara, of course, scored the goal against Hellenic Athletic Club in their round 1 contest as well. So the big man up forward, already primed for a big 2024. More affectionately known as Chris, but Uche Aquara, very dominant forward in this league, and of course has been a ever-present danger in the cup as he was in the last couple seasons. Guerrero trying to get it forward here. Eriku, good combat there. Wallace wins it in the air. Raditis trying to contest against one, and friendly fire there as Wallace looks to be coming through on goal. Inside run here, made well, and the shot goes in. Alex Barry fires the Aces in front, and it's only been 3 minutes gone here. And Garuda find themselves behind already. Alex Barry dispatches from close proximity. But it doesn't matter. It's the outcome that counts, and once again a hammer blow for Garuda, and conceding early. Need to really show their grit here, Garuda. And they already kick off at 1-0 down. Jock playing it back to Raditis, and now Aragon Jr. Nyasha back across to Raditis. Coming forward now, Peter Raditis trying to get it out to McGrath. Tries to take his man on. Needs to go back momentarily to Ty Dow, and his pass misplaced, and that will go out of play. Jones pressured there by Jock, but gets it away to James Carr. Further wide, Nicholas Conzionis driving down the line. Nyasha picks off that pass away from Burgess. Returns it centrally here to John Kears. With possession, driving it wide to Ty Dow. And that ball making its way forward, but neutralised by Mindel. Jones to Callum Kerr. On the far side, Sam Burgess receives possession in the centre. Weaves away from his opposing number, and Ethan Camero back to Callum Kerr. Starting this evening for the Aces outfit. And Jones back to Mondol. Back to Jones. Now Sam Burgess. Here is Callum Kerr. Coming forward with possession. That's Wallace, back to Burgess. Already up by the handy goal, the Aces. They won't press the matter. Burgess trying to spin away from a couple, and he's done well. Plays it through here to Alex Barry. Chance to put a ball into the middle. Aquara, and it beats past Eriku. Charles Eriku with a shot, and it's blocked out behind. Courageous stuff by Aragon Jr. Prevents the goal at the expense of a corner. And now a chance here for Mindel to add a second within 6 minutes. Perhaps a short routine is on here. The Garuda captain there, Fabian Locasol, trying to prevent that from being an eventuality. And it will come long. Driven front post, and unfortunately that ball went out before it came in from Charles Eriku. So goal kick for Garuda. So Guerrero assessing an option before proceeding forward. Launches this, meets a first man, and Clifford Main is there for Mindel. Ethan Camero to McGrath, stolen away from Conzionis, and Eriku back into the centre for Wallace. And now Charles Eriku will look to pace away. Brought to ground, referee says play on, and quick free kick to be taken. Or looked to be taken, but Sam Burgess just wants to urge some calm here. And so a set piece to be put into the box, it seems. Goes good length as well. Heads backwards, I think was Eriku. Here out. The Aces look to rebuild. Callum Kerr, Conzionis, Clifford Main out from distance. Now Charles Eriku, will he look to drive? Nyasha keeping up with him. Ball comes into the box, and it's put out and behind by Raditis. Another corner kick, perhaps a different routine. Go for the short one this time. Maynard inside. It's a shot there by James Carr and got a deflection on its way out, so it will be another corner. Pressing the issue again are the Aces. 8.5 minutes gone here as the ball comes inside. Guerrero looks to come. Get some contact there. Locasol trying to compete. Wallace picks it out into the air. Now John Kears. Maynard's there with pressure. Nyasha trying to come away from Eriku. Does well. Does well there, Nyasha. Contains possession. Raditas needs to be good here. Does well. Pressured by an opposition number and trying to come through here, Garuda. And Jock trying to get to the end of that. John Kears. Possession down for Nyasha. Trying to come forward. Jock's re-angled his run. What option will he find? He goes back to John Kears. And now Ronnie Aragon Jr. Flicked on by Jock. Now McGrath. Referee says play on. Lewis Jones to Charles Eriku. Looking to play it long. Nice ball for Uche Aquara. Through on goal. Fancies a shot here. Oh, and it's good. Driven into the back of the net. Uche Aquara adds a second. And a composed finish from the big man. Doubles the Aces lead just before the 10th minute mark. And after some brief positivity by Garuda in the center of the park, the Aces, as they've done for such a time, pick off the ball and really strike you where it hurts. So 2-0 down just past the 10th minute mark. Things get back underway. Camero to Tydal. Forward sent to McGrath. Looking back inside. Tydal trying to continue with possession. Wallace. Wide to Barry. Now Callum Kerr. Short pass, but Jones gets there. Maynard out wide to Alex Barry, scorer of the first. Acquira playing it back out wide. Tydal gets a touch onto it. Barry looks to keep it alive and does so. Cutting inside Alex Barry. Still going Barry. Acquira put to ground. Referee says play on. John Kears gets a touch. Callum Kerr. Nice deep cross. Allows Eriku to get onto the end of it. Thought about the first time effort. Conzionis from distance. Fancies a shot and Jordan Guerrero thankfully brings that one safely into his grasp. So they need to show some backbone here, Garuda. Next 5-10 minutes perhaps. Work that as or towards a goal. Keep the scoreline down and perhaps catch the Aces on a break. Dow back to Guerrero, of course. Both teams having an extended break over the long weekend. So first bit of football back from that extended break. See if, as it seems, the Aces a sharp bit a bit sharper since that break as Camero coming away. Burgess with some hard chasing. Aragon Jr. back through to Camero. Trying to play a ball over. James Carr intervenes. Maynard with a header. Here is Wallace, cut off by Camero. Maynard out wide to Conzionis. Pressed there by Jock. Referee says there's a foul in there. Brings him to ground. And Carr going outside of the foot approach there as Eriku looking to come forward here. Cross comes into the box. Raditas away momentarily. Camero. Locasol to McGrath. Brought to ground there was Edwin McGrath. Both brothers on the pitch, Edwin and Michael, forming the winging attack for Garuda. Now, Reditas to take the free kick. Hoofs it long. Only into the path of James Carr. Kears pressing with Burgess, but Burgess, look at that pace to burst away. He'll fancy himself here, Sam Burgess. Through on goal. Burgess for a third shot, and it's blocked, and Aquara. And that's his second of the evening, and the Aces have a third. So things are threatening to really get out of proportion here. (3-0) after 14 minutes here. So Garuda to get things kicked back off here. Goes to Reditas. Aragon Jr. Nyasha. And that goes out of play. Throw into Garuda. Now Guerrero. Of course, the victor of tonight's contest will play Casuarina FC in the middle of April rather, sorry, as McGrath trying to come through on goal. James Carr pokes one back, and Mondal just puts it out wide for a throw in. And so a match with Casuarina beckons for the victor in the middle of April. As it stands, it looks like it's going to be the Aces. Eriku picking off Nyasha there, trying to get past Aragon Jr., and a free kick will be earned there. So the captain there, Matthew Wallace, looked to put something in. Goes wide to go forward, Eriku. Past McGrath, all the way back to Wallace, and now Conzionis. Jones. Looking up there, Lewis Jones. Looking to play it through James Carr to Callum Kerr. Back to James Carr. Now Clifford Maynard closed down by McGrath, but gets the pass across. Conzionis sloppy though. Locasol, McGrath back to Locasol, and slipping over at the crucial moment there. Fabian Locasol. Conzionis. Now James Carr. Conzionis keeps it alive for Wallace. Trying to play it wide here, Charles Eriku. And driving it straight into Aragon Jr. Corner kick to come. And can Garuda prevent the Aces from going further in front? They've been scoring for fun at the moment. And will a set piece be the key for the fourth? Looks to be a long ball. As it comes deep inside, pressure on the keeper. Header, I think, came off Sam Burgess there and hits the roof of the net and out and behind for a goal kick. Relief that time for Garuda. Now Guerrero with the goal kick. Locasol gets a flick on header, but no striker there to assist. Jock does the chasing. Conzionis with possession. Picked up by McGrath, but Conzionis gets in there again, and free kick will be earned there. Ace's ball. Back to Maynard. Driving one wide. Alex Barry takes that one beautifully, and now Sam Burgess has made the continuing run. Away from Dow. And Camero, shot from distance by Callum Kerr, and goes out wide, far beyond for a goal kick. Approaching the 19th minute mark here, and 3-0 the score. Alex Barry opened it before Uche Aquara adding 2 to put the Aces in, it could be said, a slightly comfortable position as Guerrero gets this up and high, away from Eriku and Wallace as McGrath with skill looking to take it forward. Out in front for Jock, but a little too displaced as Jones gets there. And the offside flag rises. Offside free kick for Mindel against Garuda. Looked to fashion a ball forward, but illegal in the eyes of the assistant referee. James Carr sends his ball forward. Eriku with the flick on. Aragon Jr. And big swing and no ding from Aragon Jr. Goes out of play for a throw. Aquara. Ball gets forward to Eriku somehow. Strong body. Holds off 2 players there, Charles Eriku. Back to Wallace. Pressured on by Jock. Keeps it alive momentarily as it goes out for a throw with Wallace throwing it down the line. Nyasha, the foul on Eriku, but the referee says nothing in it. Radidas. Short to Camero. Bounces it wide for Tydau. McGrath unable to get to that. No, nice combination play there. Here is Barry inside. Fancies a shot at goal, and Guerrero is attentive to that one. Garuda need to be a little more tighter in defence. Urging on is their coach, Imam Muklis. Now Tydau. Back inside with options. Guerrero presents one. And now Ronnie Aragon Jr. Locasol trying to combine with McGrath, but it's given away. Now Aragon Jr. sends it long, and unfortunately for him there was only James Carr in the way. Burgess, nice spin. Jock gets it back to Nyasha looking down the line. Unfortunately unable to put on the trickery there was Majok Jock. Mondol, short to Lewis Jones. Now comes Jonas. Back to Jones. And now James Carr. Wallace peeling wide there. Callum Kerr. Ball forward now finds Matthew Wallace, and now Barry. Another wonderfully orchestrated attack for the Aces. Barry again forward for Wallace, cutting it back there. Shot by Kerr. Instinctive hit. And there looked to be a bit of a block off there. Charles Eriku, I think it bounced off Aquara and then off a Garuda player and out and behind for another corner. So pressure mounting as we skip past the 23rd minute here. And And another opportunity to provide a killer blow. Ball comes into the box for the Aces. Nice curl. Oh, and that's wonderful. I believe that's a completion of a hat-trick. And Uche Aquara adds his third and the Aces fourth. And, well, now more than comfortable is the issue here. Mindel storming. And it could get into the double digits if Garuda are not careful. Completes the hat trick for Uche Aquara, and he'll be extremely happy on a personal note. And Mindel have a fourth. Tidal. Radidas. Ronnie Harrigan Jr. plays it forward. Madjock Jock combining with McGrath. Trying to come in and away. Fabian Locasol trying to go back inside for Nyasha, and Eriku has possession. They look to burst wide here. Explosive ball carrier. Charles Eriku past Ronnie Harrigan Jr. Still with Eriku. Chance for Eriku. Oh, and it's blocked by Radidas and out and behind. The defense really holding off there. Very dangerous conduct by Garuda, almost inviting the Aces forward, and, well, Charles Eriku blasted one towards goal. If not blocked for Radidas, we might have had a fifth. Nevertheless, a corner kick and another chance to add another goal. Ball sent in here. Guerrero comes. Garuda managed to get it out momentarily. Maynard, ball back inside, headed away by Ronnie Harrigan, and Wallace gets contact. Flick in there by Sam Burgess. It'll end up with Clifford Maynard again. Nicely disguised pass. We'll find Charles Eriku, but just happened to peel into an offside position. So that particular attack is denied by the offside flag. Guerrero sends this forward, looking for McGrath out wide, and couldn't quite peel away from Conzionis as it goes out for a throw. Conzionis back to James Carr, given away to McGrath here. Sliding in there was Maynard. James Carr in, but stolen away well by Edwin McGrath. Fabian Locasol. Right, fancy one from distance, blocked away by Lewis Jones. McGrath from fair whack away. A shot towards goal, but not on goal, as it goes over and behind. Now Callum Kerr. Ball sent wide to Barry. Almost seems like an eternity since Alex Barry opened the scoring this evening. The Aces have piled on 3 since that. James Carr to Conzionis. Gets a touch off McGrath, but Eriku keeping Nyasha at bay. They're going to burst away Eriku. Uche Aquara looking to play it back into the path of Eriku, but Nyasha gets there. Locasol back to John Kears. Fabian Locasol pounced on by Clifford Maynard. Referee says free kick. Camaro with the ball forward, nicely weighted. Forced through to McGrath. Shot on goal. And it's a wonderful save there by Mondol. And Callum Kerr gets the added block further just to put it out behind for a corner. But that was a nice piece of play there. Edwin McGrath with the shot. Equally safe was good by Mondol. Trying to turn inside again, McGrath, and corner kick once again. 28 and a half minutes gone, and Garuda just trying to find some momentum here. Back-to-back corner deliveries. Could be the one to get them on target. Ball forward for Eriku. And now Charles Eriku pacing away from Nyasha. Into the box he enters, cuts away from Aragon, and that's a wonderful goal. Charles Eriku with another wonderful Mindle goal. It's his first of the night and takes it to a sizable 5-0 lead. And we've just got over 15 minutes to go in the first half. So 5-0 as we slowly tick towards the 30th minute mark here. Nice individual brilliance shown there from Charles Eriku. Camero, Locasol out to Tydau. Further back to Reditas. Now Jordan Guerrero. Ronnie Aragon Jr. Given possession away to Wallace, and they could make them punished here as Wallace is brought to ground. Free kick against John Kears as he was bursting back towards goal. Really needed to make the foul to deny the run through to goal. So really no shortage of set piece takers. Quickly ushered away by Alex Barry, who seems the most primed to take this one. So the opener for this evening's act, Alex Barry. Now joined by his captain, Matthew Wallace, just to be given some advice. But I'd say he's got his sights firmly set at goal. Alex Barry. Shot straight away, and that's a good save. Denied there by Jordan Guerrero. Gets a nice strong arm to it as it will go out behind for corner kick. Eriku might return the pass to Maynard. And the ball had travelled out of play. A deflection off a Garuda player, so it will be a corner kick once again. Nice height to it. Rising up there was James Carr, and that one just out and behind for a goal kick. Some respite for Garuda in that particular instance. Short ball here for Reditas. Tydau trying to get a pass forward on the far right, but it's deflected out behind for a throw. Dow inside to Locasol. Trying to get it forward as Lewis Jones intervenes. Dow with the header, straight to Wallace. Looking for an outside of the boot pass to Barry. Tai Dow gets it. Block off Barry, and so we'll have the ball in his hands for the throw. Deep in their defensive half. Ball in congestion here. Sent backwards to go forward. Tai Dow spots Michael McGrath. Immediately pressured by Eriku. Combining with his brother, Edwin. And possession given away. Jock, no way to get to that. As Jones are going to poke it forward. Now Tai Dow. Ball across for Ronnie Aragon Jr. Now Nyasha. Forward with possession. Cut it off. As Nyasha needs to be careful here. Pass forward for Michael McGrath. Needs to find a teammate. And Edwin McGrath gets a touch, but it's a heavy one. And Mindel contained possession. Eriku. Back to Maynard. Konzionis. Controlling possession well are the Aces at the moment. Now Callum Kerr diving in there. Lewis Jones to Burgess. Sent out wide now. Alex Barry running forward. Dinks it inside for Aquara. Flag stays down. Pressure arrives and seemed to be a free kick there against the Mindel forward. So it will be a Garuda free kick. And Guerrero to take. Redidas. Pass picked off there. With less than 10 minutes to go, it stands at 5-0. And the Aces looking for more. Nice pass forward for Eriku. Fancying it away from Guerrero. Referee says all ball. No whistle blown for a penalty there. Just done enough there, you'd like to think, to deny the penalty call. Some advantageous fans are calling for Eriku to be booked for some simulation, but referee definitely doesn't buy into that. And now Charles Eriku once again. Nice battle with Nyasha this forward half, and Camero gets the ball out of play, so the Aces still on the attack and are looking to keep things going. And out of play once again, but this time present Garuda a chance to get out of their defensive area. Heavy touch by Locasol. Nyasha needs to get it forward and does. Jock brings it into his possession, but forward by Konzionis. Barry puts pressure on Tai Dow. Burgess, Silky plays it through to Eriku. Flag stays down. Eriku inside, and Guerrero takes it into his clutches. Immediately throws outside for Locasol. Now Edwin McGrath, picked off by Camero. Barry, back to Wallace. Still with Wallace. Burgess. Sends this forward. Wonderfully weighted ball. Finds Charles Eriku. Looking to burn past Nyasha. And Nyasha just puts it out behind for a corner. So really looking to add another goal from here, Mindel. Ball sent inside once again, headed in there by Eriku. Here is Barry, and strikes as blocked. And McGrath needs to play it to a teammate here, trying to do a little too much there. And possession conceded once again. Mondal. Wide to Barry. Now Callum Kerr. Back out to Alex Barrett. Going to get things picked off here. Gets in there first. James Carr. Matthew Wallace forward. Raditas heads. Camero, nicely disguised avenue there. Play to John Kears. Now Nyasha. Forward it's sent. Konzionis intervenes. And can't quite keep it alive. Throw in for Garuda. Nyasha throws back to Ronnie Aragon Jr. And now Nyasha. Forward ball. Camero's in space. So that's McGrath, I should say. Michael McGrath. Away from Callum Kerr. Now Nyasha. Ball beckons. As it goes forward, Jock under some pressure. And off balance there. And some contact made, so it will be a free kick to Garuda. And so with just over 5 minutes of regulation time to go in this first half, an opportunity for Mindle to try and make inroads to what seems like a massive lead at the moment for the away side. Ball sent in by Camero. It bounces front post, and Jock just couldn't get the all-important touch there. And now Jones wide. Here is Alex Barry. Forward with possession. Burgess. Bounce on immediately wide to Aquara. Flag stays down. Away from Camero. Barry. Now Callum Kerr. To Matthew Wallace. And now Nicholas Konzionis. The Burgess. Bounces forward to Wallace. Aquara made a good run. Ball into the box is good, and Guerrero, his grab is even better. Takes it down. Puts things immediately going forward for Michael McGrath. John Kears. Further wide for Ty Dow. Raditas. Camero. Has Burgess for company. They're going to play it out to Jock. Ty Dow will press it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Jordan Guerrero. Oh, misstrayed pass there. Eriku. Going to bounce towards goal, combining with Aquara. Bouncing it in for Barry. Turns Ty Dow away. Now Eriku. Touch in front of Kears. Barry. Ball sent into the box. Headed by Raditas, but straight to Eriku, and a block in there by Raditas. A second shot. And Wallace just wide there. The shot off course goes out and behind for a goal kick. Of course, as a reminder, the victor of tonight's contest will play against Casuarina in the next round of the Australia Cup. That match is currently scheduled to take place in the middle of April. As the cup brackets take shape. Guerrero forward. Headed up into the air by James Carr. McGrath trying to get there in front of Konzionis. Just does enough. And now a potential Garuda attack. McGrath chancing a shot, and well, that's sent wide and behind. Disappointed with that effort on a personal note, but his coach and teammates are urging him on. That was much better that time for Michael McGrath and Garuda. James Carr, he gives possession away. McGrath, Kears. Now Camero. He might fancy one from distance. Gets a block in there and took a lot of the venom out of the ball. And Mondo collects possession and throws wide. Barry looking for the ball through. Burgess makes a pacey run, but Aragon Jr. gets it back to Guerrero. Nash is wide. He'll take the touch and proceed forward. Kears has possession stolen away, and now Eriku away from Aragon Jr. Charles Eriku with a chance. In for Burgess, and classy finish. And that's Mindle 6th. Sam Burgess scores that one, and we are swiftly approaching half-time with less than a minute to go of regulation time. The Aces have a 6th. And, well, it goes from bad to worse just before half-time. Camaro. Locasol, possession surrendered. Aces back on it. Jones to Barry. Good combination play. Mindle still going. Burgess. Score of the Aces 6th. Tries to go again. And a shot which sails wide. Goes out for a goal kick. So, at the referee's discretion as to how long we will continue to play it this first half. Guerrero short, and referee's whistle is in the mouth and blows us to the end of the first half. And it's been one-way traffic so far. No obstructions on the road to the next round for the Mindle Aces. They will go into the break with a 6-0 lead. Goal scorers in that first half: a hat-trick to Uche Aquara and singles to Charles Eriku. Sam Burgess and Alex Barry will lead the Aces into a commanding break at the half. We'll have a short interval here and see you on the other side for the second half of action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of this Australia Cup Round 4 tie between Garuda FC and Mindil Aces Football Club. It's currently 6-0 at the half. If you are wanting to catch up with things, it's a hat-trick to Uche Aquara and singles to Charles Eriku, Sam Burgess and Alex Barry, which have the visitors in a very, very comfortable position. 5 changes total in the match to happen at the break, with the goalkeeper for Garuda being interchanged. We have Leroy Guerrero replacing Jordan Guerrero, and then 4 changes for Mindil in the form of Matthew Barnard, Dominic Burbage, Taiki Kudo, and of course a goalkeeping change of their own, with Pothik Mondol coming from the field and Lachlan Ray Chowdhury coming onto the pitch for his first start in an Aces shirt, coming from the Azura United outfit. And so here we go, things back underway with Camero sending things forward. Immediately here, McGrath enters the box. A chance for Garuda as things are quelled immediately, but McGrath, his brother, on the ball, a shot and forcing an early save from Ray Chowdhury, and Barnard likewise combines with Kerr, looking to get things out of defence. A much more energetic start to the second half for Garuda. Barnard away. Asha under pressure. He'll have things dispossessed. Dominic Burbage now substitute back to Conzionis. Looking to lay one wide. Sam Burgess. Now here is Lewis Jones. Burgess now to Callum Kerr to drive forward and play it to Dom Burbage. Cut away there. Reditas forward, but surrenders it once again to Burgess. Now Barnard all the way back to his goalkeeper. Chowdhury across to Barnard. Now Callum Kerr. Away from the pressing McGrath in Michael. And now Lachlan Ray Chowdhury across to Callum Kerr. Now Conzionis. Burbage looking to send it forward. Referee says play on as Reditas comes in and hoofs that away. And so the Aces just with one more on their bench. So left a little dry on the bench just in case there are any injuries, but there's a more than apt Jacob Meehan-Lee there to add any defensive coverage. So thrown back in there by Nyasha. Garuda still in defence. Now it's Leroy Guerrero. Trying to clear his lines. Finds Michael McGrath. And away from the challenging Callum Kerr. Now to Camero. Ronnie Aragon Jr. Garuda trying to get forward here. Kears pressed in there with Wallace. Reditas trying to build forward, and contact to the head of Wallace by John Kears. So Matthew Wallace, the captain, stays to ground. One of those players that really won't stay to ground unless something is of concern to him. So Garuda did have possession, and Wallace had things halted up due to a contact with the face there. So he will be forced to the near side. So Garuda can keep things continued. Reditas sends it forward, looking for McGrath. James Curran in the way. Burgess wide to Lewis Jones. Centrally for Dominic Burbidge. Lewis Jones. Burbidge now. Brought to ground. Referee says fair challenge. McGrath. The referee has picked off a foul there, as Matthew Wallace is allowed back into the field of play. James Carr to Matthew Barnard. Wallace looks further along down the line, but Charles Eriku and Uche Aquara, the hat-trick hero, have two of those four players that were substituted, as Burgess comes to Callum Kerr. Looking down the line here for Alex Barry. He'll get there ahead of Ty Dow. Ball comes into the box. It's deeply delivered as Nyasha Tegaweri comes away to this one. Back to Ronnie Aragon Jr. Now, Kiers to Reditas. Leroy Guerrero. Aragon Jr. across to Reditas. Camaro's dropped deep to receive possession. Gives it away though. Lewis Jones, Taiki Kudo. Callum Kerr plays it on the outside. Matthew Barnard. Forward for Taiki Kudo. Ball forward for Alex Barry. Looked to be perfectly weighted. Reditas intervenes and plays it to Ty Dow. Now John Kiers. McGrath. And that's a free kick there against Callum Kerr. Played forward by Camaro. Looking for the runner, Majok Jock. Look to pace away from Matthew Barnard. Ball into the centre immediately to Edwin McGrath. Locasol. Camaro. And Mindel masterfully picked that one off. Jones forward. Looking for the runner, Burbidge, but Aragon Jr. with possession. Tied out. Reditas. McGrath. Kiers. Aragon Jr. looking long. Carr with the header to Wallace. Nice touch, allows the ball to be played by Matthew Wallace. Now Alex Barry. Looking to play it, waited for Burbidge, and Burbidge gets onto the end of it. And it's a seventh for Mindel. The keeper called, but couldn't answer there, as Burbidge is the one who capitalises on that one and adds the Aces seventh. So starting the second half really much as they ended the first. And with emphatic fashion, the Aces are now out to a 7-0 lead. Locasol. Camaro. Trying to get things forward, but Burgess beautifully orchestrates a change of possession. Barry. Back to Sam Burgess. Barnard across to Nicholas Conzionis. Wallace. Ball over the top, headed away by Arrogant Jr. Conzionis trying the skillful, remains with possession, but tries to turn away from it. The danger with Camero. Now Raditas. Ethan Camero. Picked off by Burgess. Good fast footwork there by Sam Burgess. Chance from distance perhaps. Barry peels wide. Going to get away from Tydal. Back to Burgess, looking for the over-the-top ball, but not quite successful as Tydal gets it out here to Michael McGrath. And now Madjock Jock, perhaps away from James Carr. Madjock Jock still under pressure by a couple. Goes to ground and free kick conceded. And so, set piece here for Garuda. And takers, it looks to be between Michael McGrath and Ethan Camero. Of course, it seems like Camero has been pushed aside, who has been a renowned goal scorer from a free kick situation, so a lot of responsibility on the shoulders of Michael McGrath. And that's one almost for the car park, but not quite there. Of course, if that's where McGrath was aiming, certainly not towards goal. Be disappointed with that effort there, Michael McGrath. So, Ray Chadri short. Barnard. Callum Kerr. He surrenders possession, but Mindel very good at recovering it. Out into an open space. Burbidge in front of Raditas. As possession continues. Raditas forward. McGrath takes it down. Madjock Jock, who's continued his run, keeps possession alive, but the referee blows the whistle for offside. So there was half a chance there, if not for the flag. So Matthew Barnard with possession goes back to Kerr. Barnard. Possession is near side here, up for congestion, as Barnard comes in and just hoofs it away. So throw in deep in the Garuda attacking half. Trying to get a ball inside here. Sam Burgess immediately forward to Taiki Kudo. Now Dominic Burbidge pokes it wide, but Camero gets there ahead of Taiki Kudo. Tydal, Locasol. Now McGrath trying to poke it away. Fabian Locasol to Ethan Camero. Trying to get it further on, but his pass is not quite connecting there, Ethan Camero. Garuda with the ball. John Kears, Fabian Locasol. Trying to get it away from Sam Burgess. Midfielder showing his class there. Gets it out wide to Callum Kerr. Now Barnard. Back to Lachlan Ray Chadri. Now Conzionis. Will he look to go long here? Heads wide firstly to Lewis Jones. Now James Carr. Mindel with the ball in the centre of the park. Burbidge makes a nice spinning run and The referee nearly thought about the free kick there, but whistle stays in the pocket and the ball's played forward, and Mad Jock offside once again. The forward really needs to time the run. And so, free kick to Mindle, courtesy of that offside decision. James Carr with the ball at feet. Sends it long. Burgess trying to take the control. Nice strength shown by Burgess to get away from McGrath. And puts it out of play. Throw-in goes the way of Garuda. Thrown by Tydau. Locus Sol. Ball with Callum Kerr. Back to Barnard. Now, James Carr. Ray Chadri here for Barnard. Kerr over the top ball. Camara heads back before Alex Barry is brought to ground by Tydau. Barnard with ball at feet. Callum Kerr looking to find Burbage, and Radidas gets there. Gets the deflection off the Mendel attacker. Tydau back inside. Callum Kerr with the header into open space for John Kears. Harrigan Jr. Radidas looking to send one long, and McGrath's made a good run. The ball will sit for the Garuda attacker. Cross comes immediately inside as the goalkeeper there makes a good gather and throws far side. Gonzionis. Here is Lewis Jones. Back to Gonzionis. Jones. Kudo to Burbage. Runs being made on the near side, but elects to go back to Matthew Barnard. Wallace. Ball sent to this far side. Nyasha Taguieri just gets it out wide into touch. Gonzionis. Jones. Burgess. Taiki Kudo back to Barnard. And now here is Callum Kerr. Nicely weighted ball into the back post. Header comes in and can't quite influence things. Goes out and behind for a goal kick. And so substitution to take place here for Garuda. Will be Tydau to come from the field and will be replaced by player coach in Imam Muklis. So Tydau comes to the sidelines as player coach there, Imam Muklis, onto the pitch. As the goal kick will come in by Leroy Guerrero for Garuda. Goes short. Radidas. We're going to dink this forward. Two players making a run. It'll get through to Edwin McGrath, looking down the line as James Carr gets there. Referee says free kick. So free kick to Mindle. James Carr bundled over there, going to ground. Now Carr. Across here for Conzionis. Lewis Jones. Here is Barry. Rather coming forward now. My Burgess, ball into the box. Aragon Jr. away. Wallace sends it wide to Alex Barry. Callum Kerr, ball into the box is blocked off and behind by McGrath. So corner kick for Mindle. As we've got less than 25 minutes remaining here. Just the one goal for the Aces in the second half, perhaps. Just going with the motions. Of course. Now with the corner. Comes in short. And free kick there for Garuda, it seems. Contact on the goalkeeper. And so a single change for Mindle to come. And so Sam Burgess to come from the field of play. And in his place is going to be number 11. That's Dylan Mountain. So Mountain on as Burgess gets a much needed reprieve there. Wallace heads into the air. Now Mountain, the substitute, immediately trying to get things going. And players stayed to ground here. Fabian Locasol, perhaps a cramp here, but referee choosing to bring the game to a halt. And a change will come to the fore for Garuda as well. Fabian Locasol. Will be coming from the field of play. He'll be replaced by number 23. It's Nicholas Reditis. So now Peter Reditis. Wide to Ronnie Aragon Jr. Peter Reditis forced back by Barry. We'll need his goalkeeper here. Leroy Guerrero goes first time and off the shins and out and behind. So throw in for Mindle. Immediately getting things underway with Barry. Press there as Reditis goes to ground, and free kick will go Garuda's way. And Reditis straight out into touch. Not the desired outcome he would have liked from that ball. Callum Kerr throws back to Barnard. Pressured there, but does well under the pressure from Majok Jock. Nicholas Reditis gives the ball away to Kerr. Pokes it forward. Callum Kerr now. Alex Barry to Matthew Wallace. The Aces skipper trying to find a path, an avenue through to goal. Instead, Michael McGrath for Garuda to Ronnie Arrogant Jr. John Kearse back to Imam Mukhlis. Angled ball forward looking for Majok Jock, and James Carr gets there and is able to play it out into touch. So Garuda throw. So we've got just over 20 minutes to go now. Nyasha Taguieri gets the throw, and Majok Jock keeps it alive. Roditas. Peter Roditas looking inside. Barnard just hoofs it up into the night sky. Imam Mukhlis, the header goes backwards, so Alex Barry's onside here. Inside ball for Mountain. Chance to shoot. It comes across to Burbage, does the team-like thing, and well, that's a miscue if you've ever seen one from Dominic Burbage. Could have had a second to add to his goal after coming on the substitute. Short goal kick there. Roditas looking forward. It'll come off here. Dominic Burbage. And now Wallace. We're going to come away from Roditas. Strong challenge, but referee says all ball. Kearse is forced to clear things away, but deflection off of the Mindle player sees Garuda remain with possession. So perhaps a double change is looming for Garuda, as players in these early stages of the season are succumbing to fatigue. So it looks like Michael McGrath is one of the players to come off. And also Ethan Camero comes off the field of play, replaced by Simon Diaz and number 16 and Ludovic Gunet. And ball out into touch, so Garuda throw. Roditas. Back to Ronnie Arrogant Jr. Thrown in immediately to Majok Jock. And Taiki Kudo surrenders possession here to McGrath. And brought to ground there by Barnard. And another free kick against the Mindle youngster there. And so, set piece opportunity here for Garuda. Currently being overseen by Nicholas Roditas, but Imam Mukhlis, the player coach, is perhaps just making sure he's apt to take this one, unless Imam Mukhlis may strike this one. So either number 11 or 23 will be the ones to strike the ball, whether it's a goal-bound effort or a ball into the box for a teammate to get a touch onto. We will wait and see. And so in comes Roditas. Strike towards goal. It's got good weight onto it, but goalkeeper there and Lachlan Ray Chadri just was able to gather and bring into his hands. And Mindle looking to conjure something on the counter. James Carr. Here is Mountain. Looking wide for Callum Kerr, but not quite able to come off there. Reditas. Gunay back to Reditas. All the way back to Leroy Guerrero. Peter Reditas. Simon Diaz. Aragon Jr. gives possession away. And the offside flag rises, but play can continue. As Garuda continue with possession. Imam Muklis. Ball over the top looking for Majok Jock, but the placement just a little off course there. So less than 15 minutes to go now, and it's been all a formality for a long time for Mindle. They're looking to book their spot in the next round of the Australia Cup. As mentioned a couple times earlier in the coverage, they'll be playing against Casuarina FC in the middle of April. Callum Kerr. Barnard to Mountain. Kudo. Over the top ball for Callum Kerr. Down the line for Dominic Burbidge. To utilise his pace and get away from Ronnie Aragon Jr. Mountain. And good contest between two players as Mountain continues. Barnard to Kudo. Heavy touch as Reditas hoofs it forward. Now Lachlan Ray Chadri. Options short. Finds one in Barnard. Now Callum Kerr. Down the line for Dominic Burbidge. Callum Kerr. Taiki Kudo. James Carr. Nice run made off the ball there by Mountain. Back to Barry. Now Wallace. Nice interplay. This would be a wonderful piece of work as Barry sends it wide to Callum Kerr. Chance for the Scotsman as his ball is neutralised by Aragon Jr. Simon Diaz looking inside but not quite able to get that. Instead he'll have a second chance at the ball. Muscles its way forward to Ludovic Gunay. Majok Jock trying to get away from Barnard, but instead Barnard just finds the touchline, puts it out of play for a throw in. Inside throw for Diaz. Applying pressure is Jock. Has it on the wide area. Pressured by Mountain and Kerr. Ball into the box looking for Reditas and strikes a little off balance there as it goes out and behind for a goal kick. And so both these teams will of course be in action later this week with the return of the Men's Premier League. Darwin Olympic Sporting Club will be playing the away side this evening in Mindle Aces on Friday the 5th of April at 8:30 p.m. And the home side in Garuda FC will once again be at home as they play against Casuarina on Saturday the following day at 4 p.m. Good challenge there by Gunay. Referee says play on as Reditas fancies one from distance. Straight into the clutches of Ray Chandri. As the referee just pausing things here for a moment. As Callum Kerr gets back to his feet. James Carr. Plays it to Kudo. Now Mountain. Here is Callum Kerr. Back to Barnard. Now Dylan Mountain. Away from Kears to Burbage. Now Callum Kerr. Dylan Mountain. Lewis Jones to Taiki Kudo. Now Lewis Jones once more. Dropping it back to Barry, but it's picked off there by Edwin McGrath. Nyasha Taguieri to Muklis. Now Radidas. Imam Muklis to John Kears, but a heavy touch by the midfielder. Surrenders possession. Mountain. Jones from distance, and Leroy Guerrero just parries it in front of him. Guerrero. Radidas. Ronnie Aragon Jr. playing it down the line, looking for Simon Diaz. Trying to run to that one, but doesn't quite have the pace to get there ahead of Barnard. Callum Kerr. Bar all the way through to Radidas. Sends it wide, looking for McGrath, but picked off by Conzionis. James Carr. Out wide here for Conzionis, who's continued his run. Lewis Jones offers an option and looks to run away. And the referee says free kick against Imam Muklis there. So a set piece for Mendel later on. So with 8 minutes left to regulation time, Mendel looking to add an 8th goal. And scoring for fun so far. And they send the ball deep, but it's short. As a strike there from Burbage sends it up into the night sky. McGrath gets it forward. Mad Jock chests it down, but his pass is intercepted. Ball comes all the way back to Ray Chadri and cleverly gets one short and across to James Carr. Mountain. Burbage. Back to James Carr. Drives one wide from Mountain as the offside flag denies him. Aragon Jr. forward. Barnard with the header inside. McGrath to Gunay. Now John Kears allows it to run on for Radidas. Looking to get it forward. Get a deflected touch on its way through. But that just allows the Mendel goalkeeper to take it down comfortably. Barnard. Burbage. Drives it forward. Callum Kerr. Back inside looking for Wallace, but Radidas just clears his lines and puts it out into touch. Mountain. Barnard. Dominic Burbage. Wallace. Kears gets involved. Muklis. To Mad Jock. looking centrally. That avenue's quickly denied. Nicholas Roditis. Ronnie Arrogant Jr. looks for a deeper lying ball. And Ray Chadri just gets there. The elements perhaps assisting it through to the goalkeeper. Diaz cuts off the pass of Barnard. And Mindel just allowed that one to go out of play. So Garuda throw. Roditis in for Diaz. He's dispossessed. Jones. Burbage. Mountain. Jones. Matthew Wallace. Comes through here for Consionis. Now James Carr. Nicholas Consionis to James Carr. Now Wallace once again with less than 5 minutes to go. Looking to just wind things down the Aces. Play for possession. And really cruise through to the next round of the Australia Cup. James Carr, the centre half, adventuring forward. Picked off there by Nicholas Roditis. Can't quite get a ball through, but Mindel took some time to work it out of the defence as Wallace goes to ground. Taiki Kudo paces away. Now Callum Kerr. Ball goes wide. Dylan Mountain can't quite keep that in play. Goes out and behind for a throw in. Now Gunay. Diaz. Kiers. Roditis. Out and back to Imam Muklis. Drives one wide for Majok Jock. And the offside flag denies the forward. As play petering out to the dying embers. Nyasha Taguieri goes back to Leroy Guerrero. Back to his goalkeeper. Simon Diaz. Away from Callum Kerr. Down the line finds Ronnie Harrigan Jr. Still carrying Ronnie Harrigan Jr. Caught in two minds almost, the defender. Ultimately has play surrendered. James Carr. Now Barnard. Callum Kerr. James Carr carries forward. Well, he looks long. Wallace, the captain, finds it wide. Might look to pace away from Harrigan Jr. Taking it to the corner. Back inside for Lewis Jones. Shot on the outside, and Leroy Guerrero gathers that one quite comfortably. Just over 1 minute now of regulation time. I don't envision there being too long to add. As Majok Jock comes wide for Garuda. Coming away from Consionis. Inside ball for Ludovic Gunay. Trying to get it further along, but that avenue shut down instantaneously. Barry. Referee gets in the way there as Cunay tries to take advantage, but be a drop ball for Mindel. Carr goes wide on this far side to Konzionis. Now Taiki Kudo. Here is Matthew Barnard. Now James Carr looks long and wide, stays on side there. Callum Kerr timed his run to perfection. Dominic Burbage, chance in space with the strike, and Leroy Guerrero gathers as the referee has a glance at the watch. So we've come to the end of regulation time. This ball up into the air. Radidas gives possession away as Wallace hoofs it away, and the referee blows to the end of the match, and that brings us to the conclusion. And it was a vastly dominant performance from the Mindel Aces, 7-0 as it ends on the scoreboard. Goals and much of the damage done in the first half. A hat-trick to Uche Quara. Singles as well to Charles Eriku, Burgess, Burbage and Barry. And so the Aces' passage to the next round safely guaranteed. They'll be playing Casuarina in the middle of April. Garuda's Cup run in 2024 comes to an end, and really their campaign continues in the Premier League, where on Saturday Garuda will be playing against Casuarina FC at 4 p.m. and Mindel will be in action on Friday at 8:30 p.m. against Darwin Olympic. Until then, my name has been George Skufegis, and I hope you have a safe rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you on Friday for Men's Premier League.